So this is my first meal after 100 hours of fasting. Can't really tell. We're in Brazil right now. This is my first meal. And that's my first plate. I'm going to have like maybe 4 plates because I've been dreaming about food. But yeah, I'm in Brazil right now, and you probably saw the sand as well on the meal. Probably wondering what the heck that is. This stuff here is called farofa or fafofa, something like that. Farofa. They put this in on every meal. It's like they call it sandy as a joke. It's really tasty. It's like crunched up chips or crunched up potato chips, or whatever you want to call them. As you can see, I'm really white after starving myself for 100 hours. But yeah, they put it on like feijoada because it kind of like the liquid of the feijoada. They have beans with a liquid, and that kind of like dries it up because it gets sometimes the meal gets a bit too liquidy. Because they have beans with orange and sauce and everything, so they do that to try and dry it up. It's like the dryness with the liquid. It makes it very balanced. So you have to compliment the dish always. So yeah, I'm kind of surprised I went 100 hours without eating. 100 hours without eating. I mean, there was times where I was feeling lightheaded, but then I had some water and I feel okay. But I wouldn't recommend going 100 hours without eating if you are an athlete like me. You know, if you're really fit. The good thing, I think I did it so well is because I was really, I won't say depressed, but like down. I didn't leave my room for like a whole week. That's why I've got really white skin right now, and I don't feel and look too well. But I didn't leave my room for a whole week because I was really down. I don't know what. I was just thinking. I was feeling a bit lost. You know, I was feeling a bit anxiety and stuff like that was coming down on me. What I got to do. So yeah, I didn't leave my room for this. I just ate pizza and ice cream and acai for like a whole week. So I binged out, but I didn't put on weight. It was like a kind of. Well, I don't know if I did put on a bit of weight. No, I didn't. Like, I'm naturally an ectomorph anyway. But yeah, I'm not sure. I might play this video back and I might look really skinny. But right now I don't. I mean, I've been days without food for like 3 days or something, and that was much worse because I was always hiking with it. I've been traveling around the world for 10 years, so I was always hiking with a heavy bag. So if you exercise all the time, if you're hiking every single day, then yeah, you're gonna need food if you're doing training for exercise every day. But I was like laying in bed, I was really down, I had the blues, like, I didn't feel like doing anything, I didn't feel like existing. So that was the perfect opportunity to go 100 hours. But I did 100 hours without food because I got robbed here in Brazil. I don't have any money, so I've got no option. I had no option for food, so I finally got some money, finally got paid, and now this is the first meal. The good thing about these buffet places, this is a nice buffet place, but usually they have buffet libre, which means buffet as much as you want. They don't have it much in Paraguay. They have it in Mexico. They're not as nice as Mexico. Mexico has ice cream and everything. But here, the good thing about here, they have Frontera, and they bring out pizzas to you. Here, they don't bring out pizzas to you, but usually the buffets places, they go around with a pizza, and they say, do you want some pizza? Do you want some pizza? And this is only 50 reals, which is like, I'm not sure how much that is. It's like nothing. It's like €4, $4, and you can eat as much as you like as well. So yeah, I'm going to get my health back. I'm going to get my fitness back, get my weight back, and not like a skeleton, and not like so sickly, and enjoy this meal with the sand. So you have guacamole. First time I've had guacamole, and they have powdered queijo here, vegetables. It's really hard if you eat on the go. I find it hard to find some vegetables, but I finally found some vegetables. Because usually if you're eating like in Argentina or on the go, you eat pastels and powdered queijo, it's all pastries and stuff like that, and acai. But yeah, so we're gonna have this, and this is a nice place. Usually, and they're always loud in places. You can't, if you're going to come to a buffet place and want a peace and quiet. Brazil is the place for peace and quiet. Paraguay is the place for peace and quiet. But I'm gonna have my first bite. This is my first. I'm gonna start with vegetables. You have to, if you fast this for so long, you have to start off with vegetables, or else your body might throw it up. Vegetables are good for the organs. You need to. This is my first bite. My first bite in 100 hours. I don't want that to be first bite. I want my first bite to be like a huge burger. The think about this, you do fantasize about food. Like the past all this morning for hours, I was on my phone and I was looking at food as if it was porn. It was like I was like looking at food as if it was porn. Wow! Oh my god! I just ate a cherry tomato, and a cherry tomato has never exploded in my mouth like that. Obviously because I fasted for 100 hours, but I always start with the vegetables, guys. Because if you start with a burger or fries and you get really excited, you'll eat it. Your stomach will be like, "What the hell is this?" You know, I'm not used to this. You know, and it'll throw it up with all the carbs and everything. It instantly overload. So you want to go slow. You want to go slow, and you have a nice look at this Brazilian restaurant. Nice thing to it's kind of slow and that's really nice. The guacamole is perfect. So yeah, that's my stomach warming up because your body gets used to it. Like after the hardest part is hours 24 to 36 because I'm used to fasting every 24 hours and my body was like every 24 hours like, okay, where's the food? I'm used to the food now. Where's the food? But it didn't have the food. It's like, what's going on here? This isn't strange. This is natural. After the 36-hour mark, my body was like, okay, I'm gonna have to adapt it. I'm gonna have to go in survival mode. So I kind of like shut down my metabolism a bit and just let me retain the muscle and retain the fat. But I've did this before where I'm always moving and where I'm always hiking, and I look like a skeleton within 2 days. But if you're in bed all the time, it's okay to do it. You know, now if you're overweight, if you have lots of weight to lose, but don't do this if you're an athlete. If you're always on the go, please be careful. Don't do it at all, actually, because unless you're really overweight. But don't do it all if you're not morbidly obese, because my body's used to strenuous stuff. I've been traveling the world for 10 years, so my body's used to fasting. It's used to doing extreme things like this. And right now I'm too pale, and like one thing about it, you do get a bit lightheaded. Like your movement is kind of slow. I'm getting out of bed. I think I tried to get out of bed today. It took like 10 more seconds than usually. I'm like, okay. And I stood up and like my head was like, okay, I'm going to faint right now. But once I had some tea and some water, I was okay. But don't do this, guys, unless you're morbidly obese. Anyways, time to get my complexion back. Because going without food has also left my complexion looking like a ghost and not leaving. Time to get over these blues now. I've had my time. It's time to get over the blues and get back to making proper videos. Yeah, I think I've ruined it by doing some push-ups and doing some, going to the outdoor gym. I'm absolutely starved. I just feel kind of weak, yeah. But I've been a bit down and out. I won't say depressed because I hate that word, but I've had the blues. I've been stuck in this room for as long as possible. I don't know why. It's just a feeling that came over me. I found it really hard to leave the bed. This is what sadness looks like. This is what the blues look like. I've just been in this bed in the most cheapest hotel in Rio de Janeiro, and just going to sleep and eating, and going to sleep and eating, and eating so much food. Maybe I needed it because I haven't been back to England for a long time, and I just wanted a week of me. Look, you can't think of a more dingy, messed up room, but that's what happens when you got the blues. I don't like to say depression, because if you say depression, then it's kind of like you're a slave to the disease. Yeah, you can't really see the difference. 4 days without food. I've not slept in like 2 days as well, because it's hard to sleep when I don't have any. Because usually I eat just before I go to sleep, and my body's used to me eating just before I go to sleep. But now my body's like, hey, where's the food so I can go to sleep? It's like I usually feast and then go to sleep like a baby. But because I've not been able to sleep for like 2 days, so I think that's the reason why my muscles look a bit swollen. So I look a bit bigger than I should, because I think the lack of sleep causes that. I think if I sleep more, I'll end up being more skinny and ripped. But yeah, you could see it in my cheeks before I went out. You could see like my sunken cheeks. But yeah, this is the cheapest hotel in all of Rio de Janeiro. Yeah, sometimes I have cockroaches, people smoking weed and everything. This is what true. I
I won't say depression. This is what the true blues, the true sadness looks like. I don't know what it is about this hotel. I felt like I didn't leave the room for days. I only left to get some food, then I came back and ate and slept and ate and slept. That's why I've not been posting videos recently. Yeah, like the window is smashed. And obviously I'm in poverty, I don't have any money, so I had no option but to go 4 days without food. Otherwise, if I had the money, I would have eaten. But I'm get paid a little bit tomorrow, so I can finally afford food. I think it does. Yeah, it is like the fasting is good for you because it helps rejuvenate your cells. But I think it helps clear your skin, and I do feel a lot more peaceful, like at peace with myself. But I don't have that oomph, the energy when we're working out. But yeah, I thought I'd be a lot more skinny, lost a lot of muscle, but 4 days without eating. And what I've been doing those 4 days, I've not been training every day. I've just been lay here in bed, eating and just like, I wouldn't say wanting to die, but you know what I mean, like, I've had a really bluesy time, and I just want to escape the world outside, because Rio de Janeiro downtown isn't that nice, and I felt a bit down on myself, too hard on myself. I was supposed to make these videos and I haven't made them yet, and sometimes some parts of me just wants to be back in Asuncion and just chill out, but I also know I'm going to regret it if I do go straight back to Asuncion. There's so much to do here, so yeah, I do feel, I think my skin's clearer and I do feel a bit more calmer, I feel a bit groggy, but now I just feel a bit weak and lightheaded, like lighter, but like at peace, like I'm floating on a cloud a bit, which isn't good if you want to be into the gym or a fight or a kickboxing, because you need that. But it's made me very kind of zen. That's the way I can describe it. Going 4 days without food, just a water diet for 4 days makes me kind of zen, but